Hey friends, Catherine here. We are going to be doing a Sculpey charm today. I know we haven't done one of those in a while, but I was recently re-watching iZombie. I'm a big old nerd for zombies, and I realized I wanted to make a charm for iZombie to represent my love of that show and my love of zombies in general. So today I'm going to be making a brain. I've got this bit of pink Sculpey here, and it's about the size that I want the charm to end up. That's intentional. This is all the Sculpey that we're going to be using. The first thing that we're going to do is roll it out so that we can divide it in half as evenly as possible. So to divide it in half, we're going to get an even roll on it and then fold that in half and cut that at the center point. I know, rocket science. But we do actually want the halves of the brain to be symmetrical, or at least as symmetrical as possible. So making them an actual even amount is really going to help with that. Then what we're going to do is cut off just a tiny bit off of the ends of each of those and set that aside for a moment. It's going to be making the backer part of the brain. And then what we're going to do is start working on these two larger pieces, which will be the top part of our brain. I'm just going to roll them into balls, hopefully. Go. And then press them together and down into the table to create a sort of flat part, and I'm going to be leaning them to one side when I press them into the table. So trying to keep them even and together and even. I know I already said even, but it's kind of important. And then down on one side. And the reason for that you'll see in just a moment. Now what I'm going to do is take something small and sharp. I'm thinking maybe the end of a skewer, if I can find one that isn't ruined. Aha, there we go. Small and sharp, and I will turn it around to face me because the high end is going to be the front, and start doing swirlies because I like swirlies on brains. There we go. That's kind of just torn up. Let me see if I can't flatten that out and try again. Maybe something sharper or rounder. We'll see how it goes. Aha! Maybe this pokey thing. It's actually meant for use with Sculpey. Well, let's see how it works. I don't want to drag it through it, though. I want to depress it. There we go. That's better. Swirlies right on the front, either side, and opposing one another so that they are mirror images. There we go. Okay, and then something coming back this way and maybe squiggling a little bit. Okay. And the same thing for the opposite side, trying to keep the squiggles even. There we go. Okay, and then maybe some like U shapes. Probably should have looked at a picture of a brain first or something. That's okay, it'll all work out. Whatever will be, will be. Okay. And then maybe like another one beyond that. Okay. Kind of tuck everything back in. That's getting some good texture, and then something like that. Maybe just kind of that direction, just trying to keep everything even from side to side, and then maybe a U-shape downward at the back here. Okay, so that's all texturized and decorated. Now we're going to take these two smaller pieces and do the same thing. Roll them into balls. Only this time I'm going to make them like sort of footballs almost. That makes sense? Sort of longer than they are wide, and then press them together at their points so that they create two like that. And then on the short side, I'm going to set them underneath so that they create the back part of the brain, if you can tell what I mean by that. So the brain goes sort of like that, and maybe smooths down this way. And we'll see how it works out. Those might be too big for the rest of the brain, but that's okay. As I said before, I probably should have looked at a picture of a brain. And then let's get these stripes. So with our knife, we're just going to take and run a line across those, all the way across them. And that is the shape and size that I want for my brain. So we're going to set these tools aside, and then what we're going to do is something a little bit different, something that we haven't done on Unbaked Sculpey before, so we will see how it works. We're gonna grab a bit of this and find some red acrylic paint. Aha, there we go. This is the Delta Cream Coat Red. Give that a good shake real quick, and then just the tiniest amount possible, and toss that away. And then I'm thinking this brush with some water. So take a lot of water and wash down this red quite a bit, and see if we can't just get the red into the creases and not anywhere else. Ooh, even if it goes other places though, it'll settle into the creases. Awesome. That's turning out way better than I thought it would. I didn't expect it to turn out well, you guys. I was just trying. But that's turning out way better than I thought I would. I like that a lot. There we go. Settle everything in. Hopefully. Pick up some more water. Mix up some more watery red. Sink some right in that part right there. I'm gonna turn my hands all red, but that's fine. It'll work out. It'll all work out. Go, just try and get it all into the crevices really well, because that's where it's really gonna gather and show up, I think. Oh, and on the bottom, of course. But there we have it. One zombie brain. Maybe I need a little bit darker red, something to settle in like right in the center, so that it gives it a little bit more depth down the middle. There we go. And this acrylic should bake in the oven with the Sculpey just fine. You might want to run a test first, just in case, if you're nervous about it. But I have faith. And we have a brain. Oh, and red hands. This is what I did today, friends. I hope you like it. I do. I think it's so cute and bloody brainy. I would love to hear what you think of it. Other words. I put up videos every day, so be sure to come back, and if you want to make sure that you see my videos, subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.